Hey coaches, what's going on? Coach Tim here with another video, and I want to personally welcome you to the Beast You podcast. This is where we help youth football coaches win more games, score more points, and quite honestly become the golden standard in your city. And I have a really good one for you today. We're going to talk about how to attract players to your football program, how to attract more players. Some of you guys may have had teams where you only got 13 players, 12 players, maybe 15. You know, for me, I've coached teams that where I only had 12 players. I've only had 11 players. I've coached teams where I was up in the 20s with players. And I got 15 years of experience, guys. So I'm going to give you the 411, the know-how of what you need to do to attract more players to your program. All right, guys. Before we get into this video, do me a solid. Like and subscribe to the channel, Coach. You'll be doing me a solid to reach out to more coaches. And if you are interested in getting private consultation from yours truly, I have a program called Elite. It's totally designed to help you build your youth football program from the ground up so you can become the golden standard in your city. And I also have an Elite Mastermind where this is for coaches who want to be the best of the best of the best, okay, in the country. You know, I'm going all in on giving you my coaching experience, my business experience, my marketing experience, so you can build a program that is the best of the best. And this is for youth football coaches on the youth level all the way up to semi-pro level. So guys, there's information in the description box below on both programs. All right, guys. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. So coach, you know, here's the thing. The first step of understanding or attracting kids to your program is to understand why. Do you want more kids in your program to be more competitive, to be able to kind of sub in and sub out, to actually help more kids in your community? You got to understand your why first. Because guys, with me, and I'm gonna just be honest with you guys, if it's being competitive, guys, I made it to a championship with only 12 kids, and that was my first year of coaching. And our league was quite competitive, you know. If you want to be more competitive, maybe the real question is, do you want to attract more talent to your program? Not just more kids, but more talent to your program, right? And, you know, I'm going to give some practical advice. I'm going to give you 4 steps that I would take if I was in your position, right? Number 1, you want to do what other coaches, what other programs, what other teams are not doing in your city, in your community. In other words, you want to be able to stand out over other programs. And this is the big mistake that a lot of coaches make, both beginners and experienced coaches, is that they get comfortable doing what they do and they fall behind on reaching out to kids. Because here's the fact, just like college football, you're going to have to be able to reach out to kids and attract kids. And the gatekeepers to those kids are those parents. So you have to make up in your mind that, okay, let me analyze and see what other teams are doing. And I'm not talking about on the football field. I'm talking about off the field, in the off season, right now. Look at what they're doing, and then look at what they're not doing. And that's where you're going to run into a ton of opportunities for yourself. For example, in my area, one thing I noticed that teams was not doing, they wasn't doing any type of community work. They wasn't doing any kind of work to build relationships with schools, with administrators, to make an impact in the community outside of football. And so guess what? I took advantage of that. I started to do community-based activities. And this kind of go into number 2. You want to do community-based activities because when you're attracting players, you're not, or student, I like to say student athletes. When you're attracting student athletes, you got to attract the parents first, okay? You got to show the parents that you are a safe, fun program. And you do that by doing community-based activities, okay? There's a few things that, in terms of a branding standpoint and a message I like to send to parents when it comes down to building my football program. I want to, number one, let the parents know my program is safe. That's number one. Number two, I want to make sure the parents know that my program is very developmental. I got a policy in my program. I know that, and I can hear some of you guys now with what I'm about to say, is that I try to make sure every kid plays, because I want every kid to develop especially at the youth level, guys. Of course, as you go up, I understand, you go to middle school, high school, the playing time is, it's different. But with youth football, I try my best. And of course, this is no perfect system. I try my best to let every kid get a certain level of playing time. And in our league, a kid has to get at least a down or two. I think it's 2 downs. 2 series of downs. If not, you can be penalized for that. But I make it intentional to try to make sure all my kids get a chance to play. And that's why, guys, I try not to get more than 25 kids on my team each year. Really, the sweet spot for me is about 20 to 22 kids on my team. I try not to load up, because you create a whole nother world of problems when you overload your team and you can't manage to put all those kids in the game. And so you got kids who don't get a lot of playing time at all, because it's hard to manage a 30-team roster, or a 35-team roster, and make sure all those kids get to play. So I personally like 18 to about 22 on my squad. I get to use them all, utilize their skill set, and everybody have fun, because everybody get a pretty decent amount of playing time regardless of their skill level. I'm a developmental coach, so I'm going to make sure even my kid that's a runt, that's long term may not be a football player, I'm going to make sure he gets a lot of playing time. That's signs of good coaching right there. All right. So number one, you want to do what other teams not doing. Number two, you want to become a very community centric program. Okay. I'm telling you guys, if you want to attract kids by mistake, you want to become the team that's always doing something in the community. I'm telling you that it's going to attract parents. It's going to attract administrators. It's going to create a word of mouth for your program. And it's going to put you in a great position once the football season starts. All right. And then number three, guys, and I'm going to say the best for last. So I'm going to use this one for number three. Feed the kids, guys. This is number three. Feed the kids. All right. Kids love to eat. And something that I advise a lot of my coaches on that are clients is that, look, this is the time of the year where y'all just go out to a park and do some passing drills and just have fun. Don't look for, execution or anything like that. Just have fun and make some hot dogs, grill some burgers, order some pizzas, Do those things, because once you do those things, guess what? Kids want to be a part of a program where they like the coach, and they like the culture, and they like the other kids, and they're having fun. That's how you gonna draw kids. Okay, feed those kids. All right. And I know that seems so simple, but it's probably one of the most effective tactics. If you are giving these kids food after practice, having fun, maybe have some music playing while y'all practicing, to build culture at this time of the season is a great way to attract kids to your program, and also attract great parents to your program. And the best for last, guys, and this is the thing. And this number 4, you want to become the premier program in your city. Okay. This goes back to what I was saying about being a community-centric program. You want to be seen as the best youth sports program, youth football program in your league. Even if you're only doing one team, when I start a new program, I always start with one team. Okay. The time that I didn't start with one team, start with a whole big program, it can be a headache. You got to put out a lot more fires. You got to do a lot more management opposed to football. So I would recommend start with one team and allow that team, think of every student athlete on your team as heroes. And you teach them leadership and character qualities. You double down, you triple down on it, and you merge that with community activities where y'all are feeding the poor, y'all doing trunk or treats, y'all are in parades, y'all are building relationships with the high school and middle school players, and the kids are going and mingling with them. Like, even if you're a high school coach, create a leadership program for your kids, or a character development program for your high school players, and have them go to the elementary schools, go to the local fire station, feed the firefighters, serve the police officers, become volunteers, literally become volunteers in the community. And what's going to happen is you're going to become a premium program that separates yourself from everybody else in your city. And this is the secret sauce that I teach my coaches in Elite. My job is not just to help you win games and score points. That's beside the point. If you want to be a real deal youth football program, fall in love with serving your city, serving your community, making a difference, making an impact to those in need, those who are in need in your community. That's going to separate you from everybody else who just want to coach football and learn plays and all of that. You want to be the best. If you want to be the best of the best, where you as the coach or the program director gets the respect of being a community leader, being someone who's changing the lives of kids, who's getting notoriety from media. Like for me, guys, look, I got notoriety for ESPN and State Farm, and I was not expecting that. But what I was doing, I was in the community. I was in one of our most low income neighborhoods, and I was giving back to those kids. And guess what? Somebody took notice, and somebody nominated me for the most valued possession award by ESPN, sponsored by State Farm. And I won it. And it changed my life. It really did. It changed my passion. It fired my passion up even more. I've always been passionate about coaching, but it took me beyond that to where, I don't want to only be a coach. I want to be a thought leader, helping other coaches like yourself be the best version of yourself for your kids and for your program. And that's what it's about. Me going to school for sports psychology, that was fueled from the things that I already was doing as a coach. So, that award even fueled me. I was able to get PlayStations for my entire football team. You can do amazing things if you put your mind to it and not just focus on football, coach. You want to focus on the kid, the whole kid, not just the student athlete, the one that's going to be running the ball, right? You want to focus on them as a student, because I believe that when you are a coach, you're not just a coach, you are a teacher first. I'm going to say that again. You're a teacher first. So you want to make sure the kids are doing what they need to do academically. And more importantly, make sure the mental and emotional health and the social health of that kid is good. You don't want to have a kid on your team you're just neglecting and not developing. You want to have a relationship built with every single kid in that program. You want to know your kids. So I know some coaches don't even know the kids' names. You want to learn what your kid like, what they don't like, what they do outside of football, what grades, like what subjects they're good in. Build a relationship with the kids. This is a part of being premium. This is a part of being the best of the best. And this is what you want to do if you want to attract more players to your team. And guys, I hope you got value out of this video. I wanted to give you 4 practical steps as to what you need to do. Again, you want to do what other teams are not doing. You want to build a community-centric program. You want to feed the kids, and you want to create a premier youth football program that separates yourself from every other program. And it don't matter if you're a high school coach, middle school coach, little league coach, semi-pro coach. You can make a difference and be a difference maker. Be a leader in your program. And guys, if you are interested in becoming an elite coach and becoming exactly what I just mentioned, the best of the best, being a difference maker, building a premium program in your city, I want to encourage you to go to the description. Go ahead and click the links and book a call with me. Book a free call with me, guys, to see if Elite is the program for you. If it is, guys, we're going to get deep. It's a premium program. If you want to be premium, it's going to be a premium investment, but it's going to be worth it because you're going to work with me one-on-one. I'm going to help you every step of the way, from fundraising to branding to player development to attracting more players in your program to becoming the best of the best this year, guys, this upcoming football season, depending on when you're watching this video. And also, guys, I got the mastermind as well for coaches who want to work more in a group, but work at a very high level. If you want to be the top 5% coach in the country, we going all the way in, guys. We going all the way in. I'm giving all of my experience from coaching to business to marketing, you name it. You know, that's what the Elite Mastermind Group is. And again, if you want to be a premium coach, you got to make the premium investment with your time, money, and resources. But you're going to get the outcome you want if you're sick of losing games, underperforming, and just trying to figure out how can you become that upper echelon coach where you're getting the respect and the opportunities, the job opportunities even, that you want if you've been stuck in the little league ranks, but you want to coach high school or college. I'm here to help you with that. You know, my other business, I am a career coach, career consultant, and that's what I do. I work and I help people stand out and get hired as well, guys. So that's it for this video. Hope you got value out of it. Again, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. And make sure you book that call with me if you're interested in joining Elite one-on-one coaching or the mastermind. All right, guys. Coach Tim, that's it. Win more games, score more points. Beast out. Peace.